Welcome to Just For You, a program set out and cut out just for you. And this is your man, Soniwayne Fella, coming to you from the city of Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa. I believe that many of you would like to know what went on Saturday during the meeting that was called by people who have said that the property we purchased from a fellow is theirs. And this is something that we've been going back and forth for over 2 years now. So many people advised us not to attend this meeting or get involved with these people, but others advised that we meet with them and listen to what they have to say concerning this property, because if two groups are fighting over the property, one group says theirs, they sold it to us, and the other group is saying no, it is not theirs, it is ours, and they give this land to you illegally, we need to know where they come from, what is their stand, what is the reason why they are saying what they're saying. So we decided to go in. But we were able to carry the supervisor of the police in the Mount Barkley area. We took the commander also of the police. We were able to get a man who is on the task force for those who tend to steal land and sell it to someone else. So we had all these people, including our lawyer, who went along with us to meet these people in the town called Siafa Village. It was a little bit frightening to actually decide to go into their village because we felt it was hostile territory. But we have faith. We believed that all was going to go well. So we drove in two vehicles to their village. We met them sitting on a tree where they sat chairs and whatnot and asked us to sit respectfully. They were very respectful in this. Actually, the entire meeting was really good. They spoke and explained on why they think that the land is theirs, and I spoke explaining to them that we did not come here for problem. We want to live with them. We came in peace. And if we can all work together that way, I think we can amicably settle whatever dispute or situation that the thing we have with them or we think they have with us. Because I fully believe genuinely that the land was purchased from a fellow who claimed that the land is his. But one thing we realized that he never did give us a copy or the copy of his mother's deed stating that this particular land was his. So we also, our council asked those that were meeting for their mother's deed a copy to see if you can see and even get a copy of it. And they said they didn't have it at the time right where we were at the meeting. I don't know why they didn't bring it if they say that they own the land. But they didn't show it to us. They promised that they were going to show it to us later or give it to our council later. So we had a decent meeting. They came up with their decisions, and then the fellow who went along with us as the task force guy asked and told them that, look, you guys can discuss this, but we're going to find out who really owned this land. But then they interrupted and said that the land is theirs, and they will want us to do some background check on them to make sure that the land is truly theirs. But if we do that and they get to know that we did background check and the land is actually theirs, we have to repurchase, and repurchasing will cost us a lot of money. So I felt that was something that I couldn't really fathom, because it seemed like a threat. You can go ahead and do your background check to make sure this land is ours, but if you do it and we find out that we're going to charge you more if the land is you find out that the land is truly ours. That's what they said. So this guy that went with us on the task force told them, look, even if we do background check and the land is for you guys, we're not going to repurchase. We will have, you guys will be compensated for the land. And they said no, they will be saying the truth. They're not going to be compensated because compensation doesn't give or deed for a piece of land. So that means they will come up with some price, and maybe we can bargain when they come up with their price. But to me, I think, and those of us that were there, my wife and I, and those who went there, felt that was a little bit too harsh, because we already purchased the land for almost $9,000, and now they are telling us to repurchase. So what they came up with was they were going to send a surveyor on Monday morning. In fact, they were calling him that very Saturday to see if he could come to go and resurvey our piece of our spot, our land that we purchased, so that they will know how much land that we occupied. And based on the size of the land, they're going to charge us to repurchase the land from them. But we're told, or I told them that I asked a question, if we can continue to build on the land since the land is in dispute right now. They said yes, go ahead, nobody going to trouble you. We're going to make sure that no one comes there, because you remember I made mention some time ago that someone went on our land and destroyed our property, broke down the walls. So we brought that up to them. They say it wasn't them, but we don't believe it, but they say it wasn't them, and they promised that no one was going to destroy our property. This is your man, Sonny Wayne Fella, and this is your program just for you. Subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for returning and being consistent. And those of you who have not subscribed, I want to ask your indulgence. Kindly subscribe. So this is what we went through that day with them. There was other speakers who came in and spoke concerning the very land issues. So what we decided to do is our council we called the man who sold this land to us and tried to find out if he can get a copy of the mother's deed from him, if he has his mother deed. Because if he does have a mother's deed for this land, then the people who are claiming the land will have no reason to argue. But we realized that each time we call this guy who sold the land to us, and also the one who we send the money to purchase the land, they are dodging us, they are hiding from us, they are running away from us. I called the man who sold the land to us. He gave a whole lot of excuses. He's going to call his administrator and they're going to get back to me, and he never did. I called again and he said, oh, they're only calling you for a meeting, go there and listen to what they have to say. And I said, look, we would love if you guys could come to the meeting to join us. And they dodged, they kept going back and forth, and eventually the one who we sent the money to never picked up his phone. We called up to now. We keep calling to find out what's going on. He has not picked up his phone. We realized that he turned his phone off, and the guy who sold the land to us, now he's not even trying to talk to us. So we asked our council to see if they could get in touch with him. And if it's actually true that he doesn't have a mother's deed for this land, we're going to have to sue him in court to be able to repay our money. I know it sounds funny, it sounds odd for him to repay, but we understand that he owns a lot of property. He got a lot of homes that he built. So we're going to already fight it if we find out that he's not a real owner of this the land that we purchased, because we're not going to pay him that amount of money, $9,000 or more dollars, and then have to pay another $9,000 or more dollars to these people who now are claiming that the land is for them. So we came to a conclusion that we are going to do some background check and make sure who's the legitimate former owners, because we are the present owners. So that's where we are right now. So I just wanted to give you this information, because I kept mentioning it that we're going to meet, and now we have met, and this is where we are. So I want to say thank you so much for watching, and may God richly bless you. Bye for now.